Yeah, I've not long been back from Download Festival. I've only been back about maybe just under an hour. Sorry, my throat is really sore, but I thought I'd put a video up anyway. Oh my god, Download was absolutely awesome this year. It's probably one of the best years that I've been to in the last 4 years. Just the weather was so much better than last year. Obviously, like last year was really awful, like proper gale force winds and pissing down every day. But this year, you know, there was a little bit of drizzle like on the Wednesday and Thursday, but when it mattered, the Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it was just awesome. Yesterday, it's Monday today, so yesterday was just amazing. It was absolutely awesome weather all day. I got a sunburn. I mean, don't know if you could see it, but I'm really red all along here, which is quite bad, and maybe you could see it. But yeah, I got really sunburnt yesterday, and yeah, I just wanted to sort of say, oh god. So on Friday, Slipknot were headlining, and I thought they were really good. Kind of wish that I had stayed further back because I was quite forward. No, that was on the Friday. I kind of was like middle sort of forward distance from the stage, and the crowd was quite rowdy. A lot of young people at Download Festival this year. Notably like sort of chavvy preppy kids who normally go to V Festival and Reading Festival. They were all at Download. I can only imagine that they're there for people like Day to Remember, maybe Limp Bizkit that were headlining yesterday on the second stage. I have no idea, 30 Seconds to Mars maybe, fuck knows, but certainly there was a very different vibe at Download this year compared to how it should be. It's a metal festival. Preppies and trendies just don't look right, and you know, they just don't look like they fit in, and also they just got a completely different culture to metalheads. You know, we want to enjoy ourselves and you know, get pissed and see really good bands and rock out, but I don't know, they just seem to be a bit of a nightmare, these young uns, and wanting to set fire to things and having bottle fights in the crowd while you're waiting for the next band to play, which is just completely not in our culture. So it was just completely odd, very strange, and I am slightly concerned that Download Festival's becoming a little bit like V Festival, Reading, so I'm going to kind of keep an eye on that, and we'll see how the headlining is next year. Otherwise I'm just going to head over to Europe and go to a different festival, so we'll just see. Slipknot was like I say really good, and it was good again to see Corey Taylor playing with So Sour yesterday, and I really enjoyed a lot of their mellower kind of acoustic sounding songs more than their heavier things. I mean, there is like a kind of a fine line between the sound of Stone Sour and Slipknot in a lot of ways. A lot of the early Stone Sour is very Slipknot sounding, where I guess more of the modern Slipknot stuff is very Stone Sour sounding. I guess that kind of is what happens when you have the same singer for two bands, but yeah, so Slipknot were really good on Friday. Saturday, Iron Maiden was fantastic. You know, their set was awesome. Had a Spitfire that flew over the stage, which was really cool actually. Yeah, they you know, played their usuals. You know, really good to sing Fear of the Dark with the whole crowd. I think there was about 90,000 of us this year. And you know, their stage was awesome as well, had really good lights, the whole set was like ice and stuff. I think they was trying to recreate a show from 1988, and they were just really successful. Bruce Dickinson is just a great you know, front man, and Steve Harris is a machine. I mean, that guy on the bass, he is a machine. And then yesterday, oh my god, I was just blown away by Rammstein. I mean, they were absolutely incredible. They were incredible. I kind of there was such a shock factor about them and a wow factor. You know, I saw a lot of influences in there. You know, I could kind of takes me to Kiss, I suppose, and Alice Cooper and Kraftwerk, another German band, a lot of sort of the imagery and things. And I was like, there was just so much influences in there, but they had taken it to another level where it was just a complete shock factor, and it was just absolutely insane. It really was a fantastic show. You know, you had like blood and bondage and fucking you know, fire over everything, and then they had like this inflatable cock where he was spunking over the crowd, and it was just, some of it was just sick, but it was just so amazing, you know, and their lights were amazing, their stage was amazing. I was just so impressed, and even though, you know, they didn't talk a lot in between. In fact, they didn't talk at all between songs, you know, because obviously their English is limited and all of the songs are in German. That was really nice to actually have a band who just literally banged and songs out one after the other, and they didn't, you know, they were just completely solid all the way through. Whereas like a Maiden, you know, you sort of have the Scream For Me download, Scream For Me Donington in between songs, and, you know, Bruce trying to plug his Trooper beer, which I bought, and it's not bad, but I'm a cider drinker, so it was a little bit hard for me to drink the Trooper beer. But we got a really cool tankard, sort of like cup free with the beer, so it's worth it. It's kind of like a cool piece of memorabilia that can go on our shelf, so yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I would recommend see Rammstein. They were awesome. And yeah, so Download was very, very cool this year. I've got my dreads. I had some dreads done. I sorted my hair out and dreads about over a week ago now, and they're starting to get a little bit tatty in places. But I mean, I can keep these up to 6 weeks, and then I can take them out, wash them, repair them, and put them back in if I want. I just wanted something so my hair was really manageable over Download, and I have to say I'm actually really impressed, and I think they kind of suit me in a lot of ways. You know, I really do like them, but they are getting a bit tatty, and I don't think work will allow me to have them in for as long as I wanted to have them in, so I'll probably end up taking them out and then putting them in at a later date, maybe when I'm at Miami and that. But lots of pros and cons of dreads, really. Like really uncomfortable to sleep on for the first few days until they get like really soft. They do get tatty. You have to keep putting hairbands in to pull them back together, and you know, obviously the great thing is you don't have to wash your hair, you ain't got to worry about that. You can just put a bit of dry shampoo in your fringe if you've got one, and your roots or whatever, but other than that it's like really low maintenance. But definitely I'm going to have some more dreads made, and I'm going to install them into my hair, and it took like 4 hours to do, so it was a long time. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased, had a really good time. I've got a really sore throat. I've had this like before I went to Download, I just got it, so it stayed with me the whole time. It's a bit of like a shock. Yeah, again, having meat for 5 days solid, red meat, you know, burgers and crap. Kind of treated myself to a KFC on the way home, which probably wasn't a really good idea. Sorry, a Burger King on the way home. My fella Tom had a KFC. He actually went through a whole bucket, which is pretty sick. So yeah, I just need some vegetables or potatoes or something relatively healthy that's not red meat related. And yeah, I had an awesome time Download. I got my t-shirt, my Download t-shirt. If I could show you. Yeah, so it's cool. Got my Download t-shirt for the year, and as usual, yeah. Just an update of my usual Download ramblings. Stayed warm in my coat, but most of the time the weather was awesome, and yeah, peace out, man. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.